Hi there, this is Rob, and this is the 2-minute overnight overview for Tuesday, September 3rd. I hope all my US followers enjoyed their Labor Day weekend. The long weekend made for an interesting setup since foreign markets were open. The Edge Finder showed two bullish studies, both of which were related to Tuesday being the first trading day of the month. Both of them provided fairly compelling long side stats. Looking at the odds sheet, this is reflected in the seasonality numbers, which were very strong across the board. And looking at the other odds, price action was moderately bullish, and internals were moderately bearish. With seasonality so strong, 7 of the 8 futures and ETFs, including ES and SPY, all showed upside edges and appeared in green. I mentioned in the trading room on Thursday that the 3-day weekend made any signal on Friday a little questionable, but I intended to take them as I normally would. Because of this, I went long near the close on Friday. I also utilized a 6 3/4 point stop and a 7 3/4 point target. So let's take a look and see how it played out. We're looking at 2 nights of action here thanks to the US only holiday. Sunday opened flat and turned south quickly. After bottoming around 9 p.m., it climbed the rest of the night and finished well. The double overnight then continued Monday evening. After much wiggling in the double overnight session, it was finished with a measly 1 1/4 point loss. Unfortunately for me, my stop was a bit too tight, and I ended up getting stopped out near the low for a tough 6 3/4 point loss. I heard from other futures traders over the weekend, some of which also got stopped out, and some of which held through the pullback. Of course, ETF traders don't have the same option of using stops, which in cases like this one can be a good thing. So the odds didn't play out this time, but that's just part of trading. Looked like we had about a 60% chance of a win, and unfortunately I fell into the 40% losing bucket this time. Now let's take a look at some quick research for tonight. 3-day weekends can make for interesting setups. I looked at other times that US only 3-day weekends were surrounded by a positive close on Friday and a positive close on Tuesday. This would trigger on an up close today. The setup has occurred 13 times since 2000. There have been 4 gaps up and 9 gaps down. With a low number of instances, that's not a significant number, but the gaps down have been twice the size of the gaps up, so perhaps it's worth keeping in mind when we consider the odds later this afternoon.